How much overhead do I have on my power grid? Oh god. Oh god. Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory with me, Spacefish. And as you may remember, in the last episode, we finally got the water supply running all the way over here for this coal plant right there. And I would like to now extend that all the way over there. But what I am just now thinking is maybe we want a little bit of a buffer for power outages to actually get some excess water over here. And yeah, so I'm thinking we should get that going, because I'm kind of worried if, like, I don't know, having a random power outage, like the power net collapsing and then well, the water pumps stop running and we don't have any water to get the water over here, the coal plants are not running anymore and we don't have any new backup generators, and I'm kind of just worried about all that becoming a huge mess. So I think it would probably be a good thing to have a little bit of a buffer right here, and I do think that I saw some sort of water tank somewhere, unless I'm totally mistaken, because I'm not seeing that anywhere right now. Let me have a quick look. We have the water extractor right there. We have power, we have pipeline supports, pipeline junctions. Do we not have that? I thought we did. No, here, fluid buffer, yes. Can contain up to 400 M3 of fluid as in and output for pipes. So that was kind of what I was thinking, because that should hopefully be at least enough to get everything back up and running. I would need modular frames for that though, apparently, which I'm not really sure I have those also. We currently do not have any power whatsoever, which is kind of a bit of an issue, but that will hopefully be rectified sometime soon. But for the time being, let me go to the crafting bench real quick. And let's see what we need for a modular frame. We need reinforced iron plates and we need iron rods. So that's honestly not too difficult. We should have a good bunch of... We can also just do this. Always forget that. We should have a good bunch of reinforced iron plates rather over here at our factory. So that should hopefully be able to supply that. And we can just see I'm also still kind of worried about actually getting our vehicles to cross below these pipes. I'm kind of worried that the vehicles are going to be too high up. But I guess if they are, we can always just move the pipes downwards again and just have some ramps going across them. I suppose that's always a possibility. But for the time being, reinforced iron plates should be right here, I think. Let me see. Yes, perfect. Let me get all of those, because I mean these are kind of the spares that I keep for myself anyways, for just purposes like these pretty much. So that's very nice. And let's get the modular frames going, which, ooh, it's going to take a second, but does that make me two? It does, okay. So it's actually not too expensive, is it then? It's literally just a few of these. Alright, cool. And I think modular frames... Oh, come on. Okay, perfect. I think modular frames is something we should probably add... How much do I need? Do I have enough now? Yeah, I need 5, right? Yeah, okay. Modular frames, though. I think that's something that we should eventually add to the factory as well. Can I? Yes. Thank you very much. It's like... Doesn't seem very complicated of a recipe. We've got a lot of iron sources still going. Thinking we would probably need another iron plate production, and then we would probably need a power slug or two to upgrade, well not upgrade, but to boost the reinforced iron plate production by a bit. And then we should probably be good in that regard. So I think that's potentially a good idea there. Let's see about when we can actually make that happen, but I think we definitely should tackle that sometime. I'm gonna get rid of this pipeline right here because I think I would like the buffer tank to be somewhat like up here. Probably just gonna get a foundation. Right, the alignment, is that aligned? I think it is. Right here-ish, you know, just to have something out here, which actually though, I mean, I've got a bunch of concrete, so I should probably just do that properly, to be totally honest with you guys. So let's just do it properly and attach it to the rest of the grid. Tear this down with F. Then I'm gonna actually, I'm just gonna go one further out here. Just gonna have it kind of hovering up here because I want like everything to be sort of in line and then bring it down like that. So this would be the plan. I would change the whole curvature of that pipeline as well, I think. So let me get rid of that for a second, and let's go into the build menu. Let's go make a fluid buffer. Let's try and align that and somewhat center it too. Doesn't look like it's... No, I think this is centering it, right? No, it's not. What is centering it? Is there no way of... Oh, come on, guys. No! You can't do that to me. This thing is not... You cannot put it in the center. Okay. That's a very harsh one. But okay, I'll have to live with that. So here's our fluid buffer. Flush. What do I flush for? Oh, is it? I don't quite understand. Flush mode this fluid buffer. What do I flush? Oh, is it just like the buffer never gets used unless you activate it manually? I mean, that would be pretty nice. I would like if that system worked that way. I'm just not really sure it does, to be honest. But let me get a pipeline support up and running right here, sort of in line with that. Perfect. And then I'm just going to get another one like here-ish. And then we're going to connect this up with some pipes. That's, I don't know, like the pipes are really not looking perfect right now, but I think if I would spend all my time making that look perfect, I would probably drive you guys nuts. So I'm trying to hold back on my inner need for symmetry and making everything look absolutely perfect right there, and just kind of getting it to work is the main focus right now. But here's our pipeline network then. That should eventually fill up when we actually get the power back up and running, and I think we will need a pump somewhere in between. I'm really not 100% sure. We'll need to check it out. I think I'll just try and get the water over here first without any pump, and then we'll just see how that's going, and if it's working nicely, then great, and if it isn't, then, you know, we'll need to fix something about it. But with that said, let me get a pipe support up and running right here. Can I? Yes, I get an alignment thingy. Wait, where is it at? Do you guys see it? There it was. Perfect. Let's get it all the way up. Okay, and then we'll pull the pipe down there for a start. Now what I will need right here is I'm going to need some pipeline junction crosses, which is going to be an interesting task because I'm not 100% sure yet. I think let's actually not do that yet. I'll just put them in there when we actually get more coal power plants. I think that's how I'm going to do it, because I'm like really not 100% sure where the actual inns for water are going to be at. I'm trying right now to find... Is there no alignment thingy right here now? Oh, that's actually pretty annoying. Oh, there it was. And it's gone. Okay. That's a bit of an issue. I don't see what's going to be perfectly straight, but it should be about right. Yeah, very straight indeed. Okay, so I will then get another pipeline support up about here, I think. And then we should probably be able to make that curve happen from here on out. Yes, so why I'm having this all the way up here is because I will obviously want to get some coal into ideally using conveyors. I'm not 100% sure on that yet though, like how I'm perfectly going to do it, because I'm not sure about what feed rate I need for these coal plants, and well, if it's going to feed fast enough. But the idea was to have that miner back there, so we're going to try and do it that way as well. But here's the coal plant then. That should be good to go once we actually get some coal in there, but we are really lacking some biomass fuel, and I'm not sure. Oh, we do have a bit of it. Okay, let's see if we can't get things up and running. I'm not sure though, I'll have to say, if I do how did I split stacks again? Not like that. Right click, right click. I always keep switching between the games, guys, and I always forget how to split the stacks. Okay, one more to fill up right here. Just like this. I'm not sure if we can actually... It looks like we can power the water pumps with it. I'm not 100% sure I did actually attach those last episodes. I'll have to check on that. And I do think that this is more than 10 meters of elevation, to be honest. I'm pretty sure we'll need like at least one pump right here. Up until here, stuff should be flowing. There is a flow rate of 0 right now, though, so that's a bit of an issue. And I'm still not sure what flush means. Does that mean, like... I really don't know. I've got no clue. Okay, let's just check out the different segments of the pipe. There's nothing over here. Okay. Is this already an elevation difference? I'm not quite sure if the game considers this an elevation difference, because, like, theoretically, we're still at a lower point than where the water's actually being pumped. But there's nothing over here. I think we may have just not connected that stuff yet. How much overhead do I have in my power grid? Oh, God. Oh, God. Guys. Guys. A power generator just gave out, I think. If you saw that power line right there. We just had an outage in another power generator. I should have checked every single power generator before getting ourselves over there. Let me just place a quick cut till I'm back and I've got the power generators filled back up, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, now that's looking a bit better, isn't it? So that should give us at least a few minutes of power, which is honestly not going to be too long. And I am going to try and find some more biomass along the way with our trusty saw, so that we can hopefully get some more biomass on the way with our production line when we come back. But other than that, I'll just get ourselves right over there. I'm kind of feeling that we haven't connected the power yet for the pumps, but I'm also kind of worried whether we actually have the capacity right now to I mean, it is looking kind of good, but I think if we actually get the biomass production in the chain as well, we will be lacking some power for our ideas. So maybe before actually producing more biomass to burn, we should consider to actually throw another biomass burner at the issue until we have the coal running. So let's think about that in a second. Let me also, just real quick before we actually take care of this, let me have a look at the power here. A coal burner, okay, so coal burner is 75 megawatts. We're currently at 170 capacity, so we would need at least 3 coal burners for the time being to get us kind of started. And we got 2 pumps going, and I think that was enough for 4, if I can remember correctly. And yeah, look at this. They're not connected. Now let me see how much one pump actually needs, though. One pump needs 20. That's kind of close, isn't it? I need to slide. Hello. Wait. Slide. Thank you. Okay. One pump should be good. So I'm just attaching one for the time being then. And this should give us water now, theoretically. Just seems to be spooling up for the time being. Oh god, am I being sucked in? Oh no. I was kind of afraid there for a second. Okay, so we're making water 120 M3 a minute. Max flow rate 600. Oh, it's the max flow rate of the pipeline, and that's how much it is producing, isn't it? Okay, and we can theoretically also overclock this, so that's kind of good to know. But okay, this should be, yes, pumping water through that pipeline. Actually, a lot of water in that pipeline. Okay, let's just check out the flow on this then and see if we do not need... Oh, do you guys hear that? Do you hear the flowing sounds? Oh, the flow rate is at 62? Oh, wait, we can see the water... No, we can't see the water flowing. Is it because it's filling up this thing as well? Yeah, it looks like it. But I mean, once that pipe is filled up, which will happen pretty quickly, that flow rate in the other pipes should probably increase. Yeah, look at it. It's slowly increasing, so that's great. But, like, do you hear the water flowing? Do you hear this? That's actual water flow sounds as you run along the pipelines. That is sick. And look at that. Flow rate increasing a good bunch. That's great. So, let's just track the flow of the water and see how it's going. Down here shouldn't be an issue. I'm kind of worried about this little section up here. Theoretically, with the height at which the water extractors are, it should be good. But I'm not 100% sure. So let's see if it reaches the other side pretty much. If it just gets itself over here properly, then we should be fine on that end. It doesn't. Great, okay. So we're going to need a bunch of water pumps then, it seems. Let's take care of that. Let me actually see what I need for those. Probably going to need power for that too, don't I? Oh, that means I need to upgrade on biomass burners even further, guys. The biomass burner, I can't take it anymore. Okay, it's just 4 power, so that should be sort of good. Let's, do I have to tear down this whole pipe right here? God, okay. Let's do it anyways. Let's, put a pipeline pump, up right here. Okay, so it pushes out this way, yeah. Let's kind of give it a bit of distance. Pipeline pump goes right there. Then we have the pipe which goes there, and the in will go right here. And then we will need a power line. Luckily, we already have one over here. So that should be pushing that a bit more. Yes. Oh, wow. Look at that flow rate, though. Well, I mean, that's probably just because all the water kind of got stored right there. Okay, so that's going to definitely work. I'm kind of not really too confident it's going to work over here, though. And I'm not even sure one is going to be enough. If that little section right there was already too much, I'm kind of worried here. So, let's just see. But it could potentially be the case that we need like 2 pumps even or something. So over here, we're definitely good. Actually, still a very low flow rate, but I think that's just because there's more and more water coming in now. 11 up there. Yeah, and over here, there's going to be nothing at all, is there? Well, oh? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't work, does it? Nope, definitely doesn't work. Okay, we're going to need a pipe. Well, not a pipe, but a pump down here then. So, let me go 8 again. We're going to need one out right here, in right there. Get a pipe all the way from there to there. Get another pipe from here to here. And does this have... Yes, it does have an attachment point for me, so that's great. I'm going to so overlay the power grid eventually just because I need all these additional power pump... not power pumps, but water pumps. Now let's see if that actually makes it all the way up there, because I'm still kind of not that confident about that. I mean... Oh! Okay, I'm not sure if that was a power spike or just us running out of biomass. It was a power spike. Of course it was a power spike. Okay, so let's get one more biomass burner going. That should be enough to at least... Actually, is it going to be enough to produce more biomass, though? Oh, guys, the sheer amount of biomass burners, it's just so bad, isn't it? Okay, let's get a biomass burner on the 5, and then I'm just going to stash these right up here, up front for the time being, honestly. I'm going to tear those down eventually anyway, so, well, but for the time being, it's just, nope, that was not what I was meaning to do. I would like to go 5, and I would like to rotate, yes. But yeah, for the time being, this is just, unfortunately, the very ugly way that it will have to be. So connect that, and let's burn even more biomass, shall we? Also very, very, very low on biomass, so let me get this in here, and let's get that biomass production back up and running ASAP, because also all this stuff, you gotta just take into account, all this stuff at the beginning here is not producing because I'm not needing any of it right now. So that's even more power saved at the moment, right? The max power usage of our factory is even higher. That's just crazy. But here goes the wood. That should be producing away without another power outage, hopefully. And now let's just see how the water is being pushed up. That was a real dip in flow rate, though. Is it because the pipe is full? Okay, how are we looking for flow rate on the other side here? Because from here on out, the pipe should only be getting lower and lower. So either there's just nothing... Yeah, there's nothing reaching the pipe up here. Okay, we'll need another one. Wow. Crazy. But yeah, I suppose this is more than like the elevation they were talking about. So, let's see. Where's kind of the middle of this elevation? I feel it's sort of around here. If I'm already putting another pump here, I would just like to, you know, kind of... But there's like... The terrain here is so messy, I'm not even sure I can place stuff like it right here. Let's just try. Okay, I'm gonna place a pump sort of all the way up here, ideally. Where's the out, though? Okay, the out is on this side. So we would want to get it right here, if that's possible. Oh, come on! Did I already run out of biomass again? This is just not fun anymore. This is just not fun anymore, guys. Could I? May I? Yes, I would like to... No, this thing is fully used. This thing isn't. Let's get a power line going up here. And power to there. And that should hopefully work. But we're going to need more biomass. So, well, another quick cut for you guys. I'll be right back. Alright, back we are. That was just another 2 biomass burners, absolutely failing on me. I did totally forget to turn the power back on, I think, so let's take care of that, and... I don't know, I'm gonna need to get even more biomass going. I'm kind of worried at this point that, like, my biomass production is not even able to catch up. So let's see about that. But here comes the water now. Okay, so that's awesome. Look at that flow rate. That is looking very, very good. Sweet. Okay, so that's kind of maxing it out even, which is very nice. And over here we should theoretically not really have much of an issue. There's just really, really slight elevations. I think we're sort of good, and that's just water catching. Are you for real now? There's no water in this pipeline, guys. I'm flipping. Oh, God. Okay. Gonna need a pump here, too. That's actually... This is way more pumps than I expected, because, like, honestly, look at this. There's literally... there should be enough water pressure for this, honestly. I think, the game's just kind of a bit oversensitive here, in my honest opinion, but... Okay, that's gonna be the way that it is. Anyways, though. Gonna get a power line out to here, gonna attach that thing... That should then be pumping away like mad. Please tell me that this is now all working fine and dandy. It is looking like that is the case. Okay, good. And then, I mean, that if that little inclination right there is not being made by the water, I'm actually very, very annoyed. I hear water flowing everywhere here, though. This is slowly catching up. This is slowly getting water flowing. Nothing in the buffer yet. Nothing here. Out of power. Pipe is getting full. And it looks like there's something in the buffer, but there isn't. Yeah, no, here comes the fill rate. Okay. So there's some water actually flowing in, but we're out of power again. This is so annoying, though. I'm going to be right back, I guess. Alright, guys. Back we are. Power back up and running. Let us finally check out if this thing is actually filling up. I hope it will be. That chainsaw is getting pretty annoying, but I'm going to need it in a second to actually get some more biomass going for us. There is a fill rate going on, but there's also a drain rate going on, so it does not look like the fluid buffer actually keeps fluid. Okay. Well, I mean, it keeps fluid for a while, right, until it's kind of drained, so... I suppose that works, and the drain rate is going to go down in a second when all these pipes are filled up. So, okay. That should be working for a while now. What would kind of be the next task would be getting ourselves over here. And there's a slug right there, but I think I saw that one before, though. Pretty sure that's like poison place or something. Let me get out of the build mode. I'm going to tear down some trees and whatever right here real quick, just to make sure that we'll have more biomass to to use on all our kind of biomass burner endeavors, as long as those are still a thing, which I really hope that's not going to be the case for that much longer. But, well, for the time being, need to tear down all the trees we can, so that we are hopefully kind of covered on that end. And there is poison right there. That dude seems to be immune, which is interesting. So our miner thingy was all the way over here. And speaking of which, I should actually start pulling a power cord all the way over here. So let me just head back for another second and get that power going. So, I mean, other than this, I don't really feel like keeping the power going right now. I think whenever we have the next power outage, we're just going to leave it be for a second, as we're kind of setting everything up for the actual coal production. And, you know, getting like conveyors. Oh, hello, buddy. You kind of spoke to me, but hello. There's my phone again, as always, absolutely great. There's the already very much expected power outage. But what I'm going to need over here is another power line, as I just said. So let me pull this out to here. This is going to connect to another one out here, and it is going to be our power line that we will be connecting to the miners. So I'm going to start pulling that over here while we move over. And then, I mean, the miner itself is already set up. Wire is too long. Okay, first power line right there. So the miner is already set up, which is a good start. The only thing we will kind of need to take care of is getting the power over there and getting a conveyor over to where we're at to feed our coal plant, or at least our very first coal plant, because as I said, we're going to need at least 3. And I'm going to have to see about mining speeds. I'm going to have to see about transportation speeds. Because I'll have to take care of actually feeding these coal plants enough coal. And I'm kind of worried that with our Mark 1 conveyor belts, we may actually be lacking a bit in transport speed to actually fill everything up properly. But then again, we only have a Mark 1 miner so far too. So that's probably going to be another limiting factor right there. So let's just see how those two will be working out together. I'm going to just throw a power line right here, get that one pulled all the way up then, right to here. Yeah, that looks good, I think. Does it? That looks good. Cool. Then we are going to pull that over right here, and this is going to be our coal miner. So our coal miner, I mean, we can attach this thing already. We're already having a power outage anyway, so it's not really going to make a difference. I'm also going to switch over to this thing because that chainsaw is really getting annoying now. And now we are going to have to get some conveyor belts pulled out all the way till over there. Now, for a start, I'm pretty sure we can just be doing something like this, which I'm thinking, do we want to do it like this, or do we want to kind of just pull it down here and then all the way over there? I think the advantage to having the conveyor belts all the way up here would be not having to cross them with anything, but the disadvantage would be that it would probably take ages for me to build that in, like, floating in the air, and it just looks pretty weird. So maybe I think let's do it this way. Let's pull it out, let's pull it around, and let's just start pulling it down right here. I think that's the better option, but like maybe not on the actual ramp, because I still want to have the ability of driving up this with vehicles, but more something like this is going to be the plan. But as you guys can see, I'm already out of metal plates, so I'm going to have to get some of these, and this episode is also already over, unfortunately. So I think we did make some good progress regardless. We got the water buffer going, we got all the pipes laid out, we got all the pumps going, and we got power all the way over here. Now the only thing I think that's going to be left for us is actually connecting up this conveyor belt, which let me just check, by the way, before we go anywhere. Oh, I could be doing this already. Do we want to do that? I'm just not sure I even have the mats for this. Maybe I can just pull the conveyor belt out however far I can with a Mark II and then just transfer it to a Mark 1 and upgrade that later. I think that may be the way to do this. We've also got these conveyor lifts, so maybe we could just put a lift down right here. I think that works. So we'll just have a lift going down and then go all the way around there and over there. That's going to be the plan with that. That's going to allow us to transport 120 a minute. We are going to be producing 120 a minute as well. So having Conveyor Belts Mark II is kind of essential right here anyways. So that's going to be the plan for the next episode. Hopefully we are going to be able to get those pulled out very far already and then finish the last bit whenever we got the rest of our reinforced iron plates done. But with that said, guys, as I said before, this is going to be it for this episode, so I do hope that you guys enjoy this episode and like the progress we made. And if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always very much help out the channel. And if you're new around here and like the episode and would like to see for more of my content rather, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below and the bell icon right next to it to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with that said, guys, as always, I would like to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.